What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Gamers for Life podcast. We're teaching every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, discussing all things games. I'm one of your hosts, Jerrell. With me is my hardcore gamer, Arthur Thomas. What's going on, bud?
Nothing much, quite good. Yeah, I've been getting more and more in the gaming. Who knew as adulting, it's like, hey, you want to de-stress after work as long as you're able to sit up in the couch, dude. Yeah, gaming's the way to go.
Yeah,
Bringing a lot of streams in, because you know how it goes when you're adult. You clock out, you get food, and if you like sit down too comfy in that couch or you lay down, yeah,
oh yeah, you're out for the
my
count.
I'm done. Like I want to play a game, but I can't. Can I really play a game laying down? I could watch a movie laying down. I could watch anime laying down. I could watch Dumb and Dumber for like the 20th time laying down. I don't know if I can play a game laying down. Maybe like Animal Crossing, but I don't got the Nintendo shit. So, but yeah, been getting back into like gaming, and it's good. It's good to be back.
Definitely, definitely. And then obviously, speaking of games, the game behind you fucking came out just recently. You were streaming on it yesterday, and then I had a match here before we started the pod. Marvel Rivals, the game that I actually won a bet for, because I said that Rivals would come out, or right, what was it? Rivals would be out before, or it would last longer than Suicide Squad, is what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I used that money to
yeah.
get two
I
free
didn't.
games.
I did not take that bet against you. No, like, no fucking way. Like, we called that shit a mile away. Rocksteady, known for single player games, and then a game that had a beta that looked performancing, which was Rivals, and we're like, dude, no one's gonna play this shitty fucking. And this is before either game came out. We are like, no
Right.
one's gonna fucking want to play Suicide Squad after like 2 weeks or a week. And I was like, well, I bet you Rivals will last as long as Suicide Squad. Drell's like, I will take that fucking bet all fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all knew the two squad. That was the funny thing, and I
We
appreciate.
and all are not technically fully correct, but you could say you would say I and Arthur, yes. You and
Arthur. Yeah, Arthur and I.
Arthur and I.
We
Thank you.
knew that the
Call
game
that
was
shit a
going to be
mile fucking
ass.
away.
And one of the things I appreciate about Church, he takes risks, whether he's very wrong or right sometimes.
He's not a yes man. You got to give him
He's
that.
definitely
You know,
not.
the founders edition of Google Stadia, day one Outlaws, day three Dragon Age Veilguard, day one Deluxe edition to Suicide Squad. The man, he is not a yes man. He will
Definitely
try.
not.
If he says he will try it, he will try it.
Yep.
You know, if I'm like, yo, that's some disgusting looking, smelling food. We both know I've tried foods from all over the world, but like, there's some shit I'm like, nah. The eye blinked at me. I'm good. Church is like, well, can't knock it till you try it. I'm like, yeah, you can. Says who? Says Selma fucking Ella. That's who. Okay. Selma and Ella will tell me to say no. But you're just like, nah, Veilguard, Outlaws, fucking Suicide Squad. I want all of it. And we're like, yeah, you do you, boo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. He's that guy. So definitely, appreciate that from him. But moving on, Marvel Rivals, man. Go ahead and dive into it.
Great fucking game.
Tell me your experience, because I know you were at first. I remember when you were really on the fence about it, and then I was kind of
Yeah.
mentioning just some of the things I like. Oh, I'm interested in it because X, Y, and Z, and then you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try it.
Well, two things that made me want to try it. Number one, it was free, and number two, it actually fully launched. Like no pre alpha, no early access, no beta, no Sons of the Forest, no Hades 2 bullshit. Like, no, this game is out, and this game is playable, and this game is free. So fuck it, sign me up. And here's the thing too: as much as I shit on Overwatch, I shit on Overwatch because I was there. Like you and I shit on Anthem, not Anthem. Well, Anthem. You and I shit on Bioware because we were there. Like we were customers. I shit on Overwatch too because I was there. Like I was a day one motherfucker. Like you and I were in the trenches in retail when overnight Overwatch killed Battleborn. Like fucking overnight, we were there. So I love Overwatch. Like peak Overwatch, that was like, dude, like we said, upside downside with the pandemic, dude. Like that was peak gaming. Like I'm sorry, like everyone's like, there was that meme of like, oh, your unemployed friend on a Tuesday, dude. During COVID, we were all that fucking unemployed friend. Like we all fucking no lifed everything. So that was on Overwatch was our fucking go to. Overwatch is our go to during COVID. So when Overwatch 2 let me down, I go back and all of a sudden I'm trying Rivals, Jerrell. It's like that the vibes, the feeling, just I'm just genuinely enjoying myself. It really is like just I'm having fun. It's like peak Overwatch, man. Just I can be a healer, play a match or two, pop out, go about my day. I have a long lunch, play a match, hop out, just do your thing. It's free. Yeah, there's microtransactions. I haven't bought one. I don't give a shit. The default skins are good. I don't even know where to start about this. Just overall, I'll start big impressions of work small. Overall, day one, day zero, day one, whatever you want to call it, because it launched like what local time, like 4 p.m. Pacific, something like that on a Thursday.
Yeah.
We're currently recording on a Friday night. I've had two nights worth of gaming on it. Initial impressions, I'm giving it an 8. Possibly a 9. Because I can't give it a 7 and I can't give it a 10. I'll tell you that. I think it takes a lot to be a 10. For me, like the Mass Effect trilogy holds a 10, but Rivals, I'm just getting all over the place. It's just good. Fucking play it.
Yeah.
It's free. It's free. Just try this motherfucker.
For those really quick, just to kind of help guide you, for those who aren't really familiar with it, with Rivals, right, and how the game plays. So can you kind of walk us through that as far as like how's it framed and everything?
It's Overwatch. I mean,
okay,
it's like
like,
Overwatch.
Like what we were saying, because like Church was like, you don't know if it's like Overwatch or like it looks a lot like Overwatch.
It's I don't even know it's 5v5. I don't know if it's 5v5 or 6v6. I don't even fucking give a shit, Drill. Like I'm having fun. It could be 8v8. It could be 8v8 this whole fucking time. I don't know. It's just like it's 5v5 or 6v6. There's objective based games, kind of like Overwatch. There's a random like escort the payload, or fight to hold this point like King of the Hill, old school King of the Hill. Or there's like not domination, but more like, okay, capture this point and then this point and this point, and the point moves and it moves and moves. It's simple, but it's fun. So that's how it plays. It's a hero shooter. There are 3 categories of heroes. There is tank, damage, and healer. It's not complex. There are, of course, different types of tanks. There are different types and types of damage, and there's different types of healing. Close range healing, far range healing, homing healing, more damage-based healing, or characters that do a fuck ton of healing, but they don't do damage themselves. Characters that have a lot of escapability. Characters that don't. The characters that do have escapability. Characters that don't have escapability. Characters that are easy and complex. We talk about games in similar genres, Drill, and games that really showed they cared. It's in the details. This game, it's in the details. They cared. I want to say so much, but like there's so many little details. Like when you're on your character selection screen, Drill, and picture like the old school fighting games, right? You have picture Marvel vs. Capcom 2, gonna take you for a ride, and you're moving the cursor around, right? And then when you have the cursor over your character, what happens in your character selection screen? The character pops up, right? But when you have the cursor over their profile picture and you move the cursor, the character like eye line follows your cursor. It's really cool. It's something you immediately notice, and you immediately notice it because you've never seen it before. Whether it's a positive, I count as a positive. I don't count as a negative. It wasn't there. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the character doesn't look at you. This game's unplayable. But because it does, there's just little things that like that.
Definitely aesthetically pleasing. It sounds like
very
aesthetics, really cool.
Very aesthetically pleasing. For a game that's free, everyone, in normal games like this or its competitors like Overwatch, a lot of what's called the vanilla, their regular skins suck. So it's like you're like heavily encouraged to unlock new skins via your wallet, because regular skins suck. There's not one character I'm like, damn, they look dumb, or like, man, this is stupid. There might have been one when I was playing last night, like, I don't like that, but it's not like oh, this game's unplayable. I'm gonna go on a rant about it. No, just like, like, if there's a ranking system, I already forget who it was, but there's a ranking system, that person might be like towards the bottom. Not horrible, but someone's gotta make podium, someone's gotta fail. Um, there's so many new mechanics in this game, Jerrell. The team up system, game changer. It's a fucking game changer to the hero thing. Jerrell, in the one match you played, did you encounter the team up system?
I think I did, but I guess I haven't played like Overwatch enough to kind of define like how it's different
Oh
than
no,
it.
no, this is not Overwatch because this is a whole
Oh,
new
okay.
mechanic.
So that's
This
a new
mechanic,
mechanic.
this is a new mechanic. So the team up system is characters of like the same universe, like Avengers or X-Men, or like similar styles, like all the water people, the Submariner, Jeff the Shark, and Luna the Ice Girl. They're like literal team up abilities where either you get a new passive or you get a whole new fucking ability, like a whole new ability to use because they exist. And that's fucking insane because you can play however you want. Freedom of choice. If you want to go all healers, fuck it, go all healers. You want to go all tanks, fuck it, go all tanks. But if you pair up this person with this person, this person with this person, it's fucking crazy. Like just right now, I was playing as Loki, who's a support. I thought he'd be damaging like an assassin style. He's a support. And somebody else was playing as Hela, the girl, Kate Blanchett from the movie Hela, Thor's sister, right? Who's a damaging person. If both those two people are in the same match, Hela can revive me because that's their team boost. If you play as Rocket Raccoon, you could jump Groot. You can jump on Groot and he can just carry you around like you're just a living, walking, healing turret.
Oh, that's cool.
The Hulk can throw Wolverine. There's other passives, like I mentioned, Jeff the Shark, who's a really popular healer character. He's just awesome. He's this little puppy dog shark thing. Luna, who's an ice character. If you're playing as Luna, the healer, who's an ice character, and Jeff the Shark, Jeff the Shark's abilities now have ice passives that slow people, and his damaging spear, like ice shard move, does a little more damage and slows them. So again, you're free to play however you want, but if you play with a homie or use a rando, notice someone else like me as a healer. Now, if I ever see a Hela, if I don't have a team up synergy already in place, if I see a Hela, I'm gonna go Loki. Like it's a free revive. That's fucking insane. So again, I was Magneto as a tank, and Church or his brother we were playing with, somebody was Scarlet Witch. So I get a whole new move and a whole new damaging ability because of that. And here's the thing, Jerrell, it's not just a free button. It's not just an extra button. Aesthetically, your character physically changes because of it. So Scarlet Witch has that red aura thing?
Yeah.
Magneto has that around him when you play with her. That only exists when she's on your team. So you can play as Magneto,
cool.
which I did. So I played a match as Magneto, and then my second match as Magneto, someone played Wanda, who is canonically his daughter. He gets the Scarlet Witch infusion ability, and also he has that like aura redness to him. And same thing when I was like Hela and Loki, like her aura was kind of around me. And again, physically, like I said, the Hulk, you could just pick up Wolverine like a fucking snowball. And like I said, I was Rocket Raccoon, who was like healer, and Church was somebody who was a Groot, and I'm like, Pulsat, I can ride you, and it just like fucking latched on him. So again, Jerrell, it's so fun. Again, just talking about hero shooters, there is a battle pass. It's a very unique battle pass. It's like Halo Infinite. And it's also like Helldivers. So in Helldivers, that battle pass, you can only unlock the things you want to unlock at the pace you want to unlock it. Whereas every other battle pass, like you're level 1, you're level 10, you're level 12, and go on and go on and go on. Helldivers was like, hey, you earn 5 of this points. You can spend these 5 points on this, or you can wait and spend the 10 points on this, or you can wait and spend 20 points on this, and you can buy them in any order you want. But it's like Halo Infinite, because in Halo Infinite's battle pass, you had to do challenges to get those points. So you couldn't just like play organically and just level up through raw experience. You had to like get 2 kills on an Asgard map. You have to get 2 lightning kills as Thor or Storm. Um, heal 3 allies, heal 3 different allies in 3 different matches, something like that. So it is challenge based. Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me, Drill. Again, because the cosmetics or the skins are so cool already at launch, I don't give a shit. I don't. You don't have to play those challenges. Whereas Halo Infinite, Halo Infinite, you couldn't do shit cosmetically at launch, but you really wanted it to. So it was like you just fuck. I need to play a team deathmatch, but because the quick match loop system was so shitty, you had to get 5 kills in team deathmatch. You can go 5, 10, 12 fucking matches without playing a single goddamn team deathmatch. So that challenge system really fucked you over in Halo Infinite. And this one doesn't. The maps rotation are well, the game mode rotation as well. Um, what else, Drell? There's little cutscenes. So in every, I don't know if you remember playing Overwatch, it's like the payload reaches a circle, time slows down, victory, you move on. No, there's like little cutscenes coming into a map, and there's little cutscenes when the game ends, whether it's victory or defeat. And it's just really sick. Like I haven't skipped a single one. Quick, not tangent, but something to point out, Jarrell. Aesthetically, this game to date for me has the coolest Wakanda shit I've ever seen. They did Wakanda right. Wakanda is the practice range. There's a Black Panther orbiting satellite map that looks insane. The second I saw it, I was like, God damn, that's the sickest Black Panther shit I've ever seen. And all these little things, like I said, when it comes to how you can tell the effort, the care, the I'm gonna say enthusiasm, because we don't know if there's a whip it back. It's like fucking make this. But either way, like we said, Joe, it really helps separate different games apart, or it helps games go from a 7 to an 8, or in this case, an 8 to maybe an 8.5 or a 9. It's these little details that are a breath of fresh air. Like how many times do you get to play a game, Joe, that's just like, God damn, it's a breath of fresh air. Like Space Marine 2.
Marine 2. Yeah.
Space Marine 2, breath of fresh air. Dude, it's like I'm playing peak Overwatch again if Blizzard actually gave a shit. And here's the thing too, the one downside I will say, there's a few, nothing's perfect. There was a downside. It's kind of annoying or difficult. It's not, but this way, it's not, what's the word when there's like when your user base, it's not intuitive. There you go. To join other people's games and to invite people and to become friends in their game, it's not intuitive. It's kind of, remember like Monster Hunter? It was like a kind of a clusterfuck. Like you're in my world, you're in my universe,
oh yeah,
but not in my world.
Out,
but like you're in my party, but not in my party.
Yeah.
This one's different where like it's unfortunately kind of like Blizzard, because like Blizzard games, you have to add them as an in-game friend before you can do it, but you have to add them as your character name you made. So I'm Artis Fartis. So if you try to if we try to play right now, it's going to say unable to play, add as friend first. So I was like, fuck, you got to go to your social, search friend. You got to type in Artis Fartis, and then invite me. I accept your request, and then we could play. It's not an end all be all, but it is noticeable. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? Because that's the one benefit I will say to Xbox. If you remember, Jerrell, is remember whenever you and I and Victor play, Victor's like, how do I invite you to a game? I'm like, God damn it, Victor, we've talked about this for years. Just go to party and invite party to game. It's the simplest fucking mechanic in the history of social gaming. We shit on Xbox. Facts. Inviting your party to a game is the easiest fucking shit in like any Xbox game, especially first place. Yeah. So that is one drawback that kind of does it. Another plus, Drill, the practice range. So if you want to learn your people, it's not like you have to commit. Like if I'm in charge of the party and you want to look at cosmetic shit and I want to go to the practice range, who gives a shit? We can while we're still in the same party, I can go to the practice range with or without you. Whereas like Overwatch, it was like all in or nothing. It's like, okay, hey guys, I want to go. I'm the leader of the group. I have to go to the practice range. Shut the fuck up. We're going to the practice range. Whereas in this game, you can go to the practice range by yourself while in your same group. Another thing too about the practice range, Drill, again, details. There's so much more shit to practice in there. Like we kept exploring and exploring and exploring and there is a massive AI practice range. If any of you are listening right now and you want to learn a character but you don't want to get fucking demolished right out the gate, go to the practice range. It's wide exists. And there is one thing like for people that are really detailed. I don't know why you shit. It's actually 33 meters, not 32 meters. There's an actual range. There's like a spot where it's like 5, 10, 20, 30 meters things. So you can actually kind of, if you really want to get fucking MLG pro strats with it, due to the meter, how far this goes or doesn't go. Something else, Jerrell, that also is not one for one for Battlefield, but according to Church, holy shit, this is more Battlefield than the last Battlefield game. Destructible environments. There's just like
Oh
it's not
yeah.
like you can bring it's not to the scale where you can bring down a fucking skyscraper, but like someone's behind cover, shoot the fucking cover. um in the practice range, there's this huge tower, right? Huge fucking tower. But even me as a healer, I can shoot the 4 columns pretty easily and just bring the fucking tower down. The map I was just on, I forget what it's called, but it's like Neo Tokyo. It's the one where Penny, the Japanese girl from Into the Spider-Verse, is from. There's this popular perch point, right? Where like snipers used to go because there's chest high walls for cover. Oh, you like your cover? Fuck your cover. It's gone. There's a hole in the wall. So again, Joe, like if you were to put me a bet, if you were Church to put a bet, like, what's crazy? I bet Rivals will put destructible environments in a hero shooter. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, they won't. Shut the fuck up. Like, this isn't Bad Company 2. What the fuck are we talking about? This is an Overwatch clone. It's a lazy skin. It's a cash grab. No. And here we are, Drill. And not only are there destructible environments, but if you really want to pay attention to it, or you're a demolition type character, you can press right in the D-pad or hold right in the D-pad, and you get this, like, it almost looks like sonar, but it reveals to you all the destructive environments. So again,
Interesting.
that's a whole. So not only, like I said, not only destructible environments, you can see what environments are destructible. So if you really want to get pro with it, and you're a sniper or a ranged character, and you want to hide behind something that will not get fucking destroyed, press right on D-pad and find out if the wall you're behind or the building you're hiding in, can the Hulk just literally smash fucking through it? If yes, find a new fucking room. Um, so many things. There's a ping system. I already forget if Overwatch has a ping system. I haven't played it too long. The ping system helps so much when there's like this goddamn sniper in the background, just like, he's killing me, go make him the bad man, go away. Um, so many features, Joe. Like I said,
Nice.
when it comes to these breath of fresh air games, it's just, I can't say enough about them.
Yeah, man, it sounds like they really did a lot of work under the hood for the upcoming months, right, leading up to this, because I know they announced the game and then they're kind of quiet on it, right? They're really quiet on it, and it seemed like they really took that time to really just hone in on all these abilities and just aesthetically how it looks. And there's a couple of games that released around this time, and this is like one of the few where it's like, this is free to play, this is available, like exactly what you just said, as far as like there's no early access purchase, bullshit, which is, unfortunately, it's becoming more and more of a trend, right? With those games that you mentioned, as far as for Hades 2, Sons of the Forest. Technically, Baldur's Gate 3 was one of them as well. Yeah, it's just, it kind of sucks that it is. But, at least, Marvel Rivals were like, no, it's free to play. Boom, it's out. Go get it, and it seems like it's really fun. Um, uh,
That's a good point. Like
you know,
like Baldur's Gate 3, they actually took the time with their beta. Like we talked about this. We've talked about this time and time again. If a beta is like 3 weeks before launch, that's not a beta. That's a fucking playable demo. Like, that's not like, oh, we guys we'll take your feedback, we'll listen to you, and we'll fix the game. No. Baldur's Gate 3 that was in beta for what felt like years, that's a beta. This game, that beta was fucking months ago. That's a beta.
right, right. Yeah, man. It's I mean, I just played one match, and I was Doctor Strange when I played, and
Oh, you went all in.
yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, it seemed like one of my biggest abilities was that shield, I mean, and that saved my ass a lot. And I even kind of like
Oh,
used
good.
it to save like some other people that was being
Yeah,
shot. So yeah.
that's a good point because the reason I said Jerrell, you went all in, is because he's a complicated character. How do I know he's a complicated character? Because for those of you listening, there's a difficulty system. It tells you how on a scale of 1 to 5 how difficult the character is. So if you want to dip your foot in the damage, find a 1 star person. You want to dip your foot in the healing, find a 1 star healer. Same thing with the tank. You want to, and so that's another thing too, Drill. Like again, they didn't have to do this, but they did. They were upfront and be like, hey, this person, you can play how you want to play, but if you want to play them to the full potential, the way we designed it and the way they can combo amongst themselves or others, 1 to 5 system, how difficult is this person? And so far, it seems pretty accurate because there's some people like that have like 2 buttons, and there's some people that have like fucking 7. Like
Oh
I was
wow.
I was playing some healers, like I was playing Luna, who is like a simple healer. You shoot, you heal with button 1, you heal with another button and 2, and you freeze. Simple shit, right? And all of a sudden I go to another character. I'm like, holy fuck, L2 is this thing, L1's this thing, R1's this thing, R2's this thing, triangle's this thing, circle's this thing. I'm like, I was fucking up. I was like, yo, guys, there's no healing. I'm dead. Like, but again, to be fair, the game warned me, hey, this is whatever it was, 3, 4 star person. It's gonna be more complicated. And guess what? That's why there's a practice range. That's what I did. I was like, damn, Loki's a little more complicated. Let me try this motherfucker out. And all of a sudden, guess what, Drell? I tried him out. I want to know what happened my last game before I was a stream, before I ended my stream right before this recording? MVP. MVP is a fucking healer.
Nice.
You know how fucking crazy you gotta go in to be MVP as a healer? Let's fucking go.
Now, let me ask you. This isn't necessarily a rivals question, but maybe just in comparison to it, because I know you mentioned your qualms with right, and rightfully so, your qualms with Overwatch, and obviously Overwatch 2, I should say.
Yeah.
But as Church has mentioned, the 6v6, they've brought it back. How do you feel about Overwatch 2 now? I know we want you to come back
It's too late.
to check it out.
Don't give a shit.
Too late.
I don't give a shit. There's a lot of people in this world that someone says, hey, Jerrell, I'm going to hand you this free burger. And right as you're reaching for the burger, I fucking take it away. And I laugh in your face about it. And I call you fucking stupid for thinking I'm going to give you a fucking free burger. You thought I was going to give you a free burger, even though you were looking at it. You could smell it. You could smell it. Fuck you, moron. I'm not giving you a free burger. And then 10 minutes later, hey, Drill, here's some fries. And then 10 minutes later, Drill, it's gone cold. You've had other burgers. You already ordered your food. You're already looking forward to that new food. Maybe you've already had a sample of that new food, a beta. Hey, Drill, guess what? I know you ordered a double bacon cheeseburger. Here's a mushroom and Swiss. Or maybe, you know what? Fuck it. 20 minutes later, here's your actual burger I fucking ordered you. I don't give people praise for showing up late or delivering late to something they were supposed to deliver upon. Too fucking bad, man. Move new shit. What have you done for me lately? Like, however you fucking want to word it. I don't fucking applaud people because they said we're going to do blank on blank date and they're late or they don't fully deliver. So sorry. Like this is again, you want to talk about a competitive market. At Jerrell, you and I fucking called it. Why Suicide Squad was going to die? This is a very competitive industry, and it's some shit is a flash in the fucking pan. How many times have we heard stories where 2 weeks after a game, 90% of player accounts gone? That's this industry. And here's the thing,
Yeah.
Jerrell. Another reason why I'm not going to go back to Overwatch and I'm not going to install it, because one of the original reasons that originally even quote unquote justified why they were going to make Overwatch 2, the one mode I was excited for was the quote unquote story based PvE. That's never coming back. They've said that. That is gone. So again, Church is like, hey guys, I got promised a double cheeseburger with large fries. They gave me 6 McNuggets. This is awesome. No, it's fucking not. I ordered a double cheeseburger with fries. What the fuck are we talking about here? Some people like their 6, some people like it when some people like it when they're like, hey, you know what? I ordered all this and you gave me this. We cool. Not with fucking me or not. That service recovery, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and here's the thing, Joe. If Rivals hadn't have come out, if Rivals hadn't have come out, and this weekend you're like, hey Arthur, this weekend do you want to jump back in Overwatch, try it because Overwatch is free, I may have done it. But guess what? Even though both games are free, I only got so much time in my fucking day. I only got so much time in my week. So when I was telling church I may go back to Overwatch, well, that's why I left it open ended. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my plans X weeks from now. I'm not going back because again, even if this 6v6 tank all the vanilla day one shit's good, guess what? One of the main things they promised to even justify a sequel to begin with, that story mode PvE, that's not happening. That's when I wanted it. That's what's not coming back. I don't care. I'm not going back to Overwatch. It's a free game. I'm not fucking downloading it. I may at one point have installed it on my PS5, like seeing like a couple weeks back, seeing if church may be down. He never replied. I uninstalled it. I'm like, you're just taking up space.
Yeah, and I think to your point too with the Blizzard with this Overwatch situation, I think it's different than a lot of other things, right? I feel like it's a point of desperation that they're bringing it back because at that time the player base was so down, right? Because they knew they fucked up. You know, they tried something different that they did. It seems like they didn't really means test with like a smaller population or whatnot, and people were like, "What the like? All this shit is gone," and then obviously the the PVE mode gone. And they did it at a point of desperation to bring it back, but they tried to spin it as an attempt of, hey, we want to give you guys what you guys want, what you guys are asking for. And it's like, well, this was here originally and you took it away because of whatever bullshit marketing metrics or just whatever the fuck reason. And yeah, it seems like a point of desperation. It's not like a No Man's Sky situation where the game from the start, when the very beginning, it had problems, it had issues, and people were like, look, this is a fun game, but there's a lot of fucking problems. And then over the time they fixed it, and now it's really, really fucking fun. They had that community support because it wasn't something where the game worked at one time and then they just took a bunch of stuff away, because of X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I definitely agree that it is a different situation. I think the only devil's advocate I would say is that the Diablo 4 situation where there was the necromancer, how they took away the power of the necromancer, and we're like, what the fuck's going on, and then they end up finally putting it back. This might be more of a Blizzard issue now that I think about it, but they put it back, and then kind of more people were jumping back onto it, that it was back. I know that was a huge problem. You had a huge problem with that, rightfully so, as far as like, what the fuck, like, y'all like destroyed my character, and not made it as powerful. Then finally they brought the shit back, and you started to play that back again. But I think at the end of the day, to your point, it's like how many fucks in the ass can we get, before we're like, hey, no more. You know what I mean? Like freedom of choice. There's so many things, competition that also have free to play, and sorry, sometimes you only have one chance, to not fuck something up. And this is just one of those things. So,
hey, people that still think Blizzard's to make, right decisions at the right time, to people that think EA's to make right decisions at the right time, people that think Ubisoft's to make right decisions at the right time, people that think BioWare's to make right decisions at the right time. Hey, you are entitled to be completely fucking wrong. Okay. I can't stop you. You do you. Sun rises in the north. These are good. These are smart companies that know what the fuck they're doing. Yep. We all go to sleep. We all wake up, go to sleep at some point. You wake up with that. You go to sleep with that delusion. You do you, boo. I'm enjoying my shit.
Right. I wanted to. Any lasting things you want to talk about Rivals before I transition to the next funsy?
I like my numbers, Jerrell. How many? What do you think the player count what is right now on a Friday night for Overwatch 2?
Player count. Ooh.
This is Steam, by the way.
Yeah, the DB info, right? Maybe 100,000 players
on Overwatch 2.
Oh no, on Rivals. Sorry.
So no, let's start with the worst.
Overwatch 2, 30,000.
22,000.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the player count right now is? Right now on a Friday night, 8 p.m. Central, is on Rivals.
I'm gonna say 80.
400,000. 400,000 people right now are playing Marvel Rivals.
Obviously, week 2 will be different, but that's still fucking great. That's still fucking great. So,
Jerrell, you can take. Oh my god, dude, that's insane. That's sorry. Insane. Like, I just like being right. I'm sorry. Like, you remember people like, again, like people are like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on Space Marine 2, and I'm just like, y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know what's about to drop. So
yeah,
I was gonna transition saying, I can't wait. I'm curious to see how this game would look on your new PC that you recently purchased, which I am, and I remember this. I remember, I think when Victor was still over, you guys were drinking or whatnot, having a good time. And then I think I was in Seattle when you sent the message.
You were in Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that changes that. That makes that perspective hilarious. So, to give you guys context, there were some. So our good buddy saw the bonus episode, Victor. He's been the pod, he's been the stream, he's been my gaming buddy, since college. He was over for my birthday, Black Friday, and for Thanksgiving week, and there was definitely some moonshine. There was moonshine infused window shopping on Cyber Monday, and I'm like, I'm doing the math and asking a ton of questions. I don't know fuck shit about PC shit. And I'm doing the math. I'm like, hey, Victor, is this i9 RTX 4070 Super 16 gigabyte, 2 terabyte SSD, 32 gigabytes of RAM for this price, $600 off, a good fucking deal? Short version was yes. I'm nervous because I could essentially have. I'm nervous because I could have bought over 3 PS5s with the cost of this. But hey, you know what? As of soon to be, once it arrives, Arthur will soon to be also not replacing, but also a PC gamer.
I want to congratulate you, but I also want to say I've been dragged in the mud for PC for quite some time by you in church. And
it's funny.
99
times out of 100 when I sling mud, it's not out of malice. It's because that's kind of funny.
But no, when you sent me that link, I thought you were just window shopping, as I tend to do with most of my life when it comes to money. And I was like, wait, you bought it? You're like, yeah. I'm like, what? Oh my God. Yeah, you have one of the strongest, most powerful PCs around. Like the RTX 50 series will be out, but I mean, the percentage of gamers that are going to get that immediately for their rigs, like it's maybe like a 5%, like the high 5 percentiles that like, they're like their mothers are billionaires or whatever the fuck it is. Like those are mainly the only people. Like having a 470 Ti Super and 2 terabyte SSD and 32 gigs of RAM, and there's 16 gigs on that card in itself. That's a fucking powerhouse. So I congratulate you, sir, because I was just like, I bought my little fucking 1 terabyte SSD today. I'm like, yeah, I ran out of storage, like I bought that shit. And then I'm going to get an RTX 350 eventually that I have to argue with the wife that I'm like, just let me keep it. And you got the fucking powerhouse that's going to walk over me. I can't wait for you to play Rivals on that shit, because one of the beauties, obviously visuals, but aesthetically, like feeling the play and the power when you're going through a game on a PC, especially something fast paced as Rivals, it's going to be like fucking nuts. So that's why, and I'm glad
I thinking about Rivals.
Yeah, Rivals is going to be fucking insane. Like it's going to be freaking insane. So, and then even too, you got a nice monitor as well, really fast refresh rate. Because I was like, bro, you can't have one of the most powerful PCs around and have like a whatever monitor. Like
I have the monitor that I got from work.
it's like having like a brand new Ferrari, but you got like a cloudy fucking, you got like fucked up tires, and it's like, bro, you gotta have the best.
I have so the monitor I have is Jerrell picked it out because I was like, I don't know fuck shit about PC. I don't know fuck shit about monitors. And Jerrell's point, it's like, dude, you can't get this, have your display be fucking ass. So Jerrell had me pick out Samsung Odyssey G5. It sounds like it's more powerful than G4. 34-inch, which is great because I don't need, if I'm gonna be sitting a foot in front of it, a foot in front of it, I need a fucking billboard on my desk. 165 hertz. Yeah. Oh, also curved. It's a curved monitor. It's a curved.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like the curved monitor on the. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, bro. So yeah, I'm like, fuck, bro.
Number one gaming monitor brand in the U.S. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, man, I was like, this is the ish, So, as a single man, sir, you have the man's PC gaming rig, and I applaud you for it. I pray one day I'll have something to that particular power. So congrats to you, man. I'm really excited for you to play Rivals and mad other shit as well. So very excited for you. Very excited.
There is definitely some moonshine motivation, and plus, in terms of success, success as we're all adulting in our own way.
Yeah.
That I got my first bonus as an adult.
Congrats to you.
2 days before my birthday.
Awesome.
So as far as I mentally budgeted it's like, okay, yes, it's costing this much, but because I'm getting a bonus, it's like only truly native. Still, again, a hefty purchase from what I'm used to, and for me to validate my purchase is like, if I look at, again, I got it for $600 off. And for those of you that are console people like me, dude, the last time I played a PC game was Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and fucking Backyard Baseball. Okay. So I've technically played a PC, but when I was a literal child, playing child games. So playing as a console gamer that looks at the world of PC as daunting, it looks at the world of PC as intimidating via a fucking price point. I've been in a place in my life where I could save up money, and then I got a bonus. So, and I'm like, I looked at all the sales. So, how many times in life, Jerrell, have we all window shop for something and we filtered price low to high? I went backwards with this bitch. I went price high to low, and this was like fifth from the top. And I was talking to Victor, who's like a PC guy, and he's like, okay, this is a little more expensive just because it's a brand. Yes, he's like, this is technically more powerful, but realistically, no one fucking notices. And he's like, okay, this one is more expensive, I think, just because it comes with a better mouse and keyboard. And then we found mine, and I was like, I think so I bought it through Newegg, by the way. I know a lot of people do Amazon and Best Buy.
The best place to buy PC shit. Newegg, yes. Absolutely.
Newegg, absolutely, especially refurbished. It's the only vendor I ever trust refurbished. So as far as I'm concerned, I think I got one of the best deals on Cyber Monday. Like, this was the only one. Like, here's the thing, even too, Jerrell. Like, the top 3 things were like, I'm not even joking. It went like this. This expensive ass fucking rig, 6% off. This rig, 7% off. This rig, 9% off. And then, mind you, I'm not going by like percent off. I'm just going by from face value price, high to low. And then mine was like 23% off. And I'm just like, oh. We did a bunch of YouTube videos. We looked at the manufacturer. So I know a lot of people save money by building their PC. No fucking way am I doing that shit.
And even if you
I'm not
did,
responsible enough for a
yeah,
controller. Like, I'm not responsible to keep a controller like.
here's the thing too is like even if you did build your own PC for this and with like the exact same specs, you're probably not going to you're going to spend more. Like to be honest with you, because everything that you have there is like solid specs from solid brand. Like I buy Power PC, that's a good fucking brand in the PC
Yeah.
world. It's not like because I have an ABS gaming desktop and I don't know what ABS is. Luckily, the desktop I've had it for maybe 4 or 5 years, and it's running fine for the most part. But iBuyPower is like that's like a brand that in the PC world. So yeah, you have when it comes to building a PC, even if you wanted to try to like it wouldn't be to save money. It would be just to know that you could do it. Is my point. You wouldn't be saving any money because the fucking video card is like $600-800 in itself. So yeah, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Looking great.
So knowing that you're in Seattle, that makes that text hilarious.
Yeah, I think we're at dinner or something. I was like, holy shit, he fucking bought it. I was like, I just bought a fucking crazy Power PC. It's just like, oh wow, So yeah, crazy.
And
crazy shit.
to give like an update too. Was it? I was like, again, because I don't know fuck shit about PCs. So we'll be transitioning into Jerrell's background soon. But a game came out where people were like, holy shit. Real quick, as my laptop just discovered died or something. There's like the lighting just died.
Well, just talking about gaming PCs. God's like, you're welcome.
I leaned back and my camera just recognized a light exists in my house.
It's all right.
So I don't know, I'm even more pasty. God damn it. There you go. I don't mind the light, just like I'm not this white. I swear. I don't mean I'm one of those that to me like literally actual pigmentation. So specs again, because I don't know fuck shit about PC stuff. So a game came out and its requirements were out, and there was like this ray tracing because two mods and ray tracing. These are two things I've always fucking heard about. I mean, I've seen videos, but I dipped my feet into it because Bethesda had official mods for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. So having my not a Wookiee, teddy bear motherfuckers. Ewok. Having Ewok as my companion in my my last Skyrim stream like 2 years ago when I was, doing post-COVID shit. That was fun. So I've dipped my feet in the mods. But ray tracing, it's like this feature I've always heard about. I don't know. Sure, lighting, cool. So when this game comes out and it's like, oh, you can handle the minimum shit. I'm just like, well, what the fuck? I didn't want to spend, nearly including taxes, like 4 consoles worth of fucking money to handle a category of minimum anything. What the fuck are we talking about? And I immediately went down this mental rabbit hole of like, God damn this, I don't like PC gaming. You can spend fucking thousands of dollars and then be in a minimum category. This is bullshit. I may return this bitch. And then Jerrell's like, no. And then pretty much you and Victor, who are my PC go-to people, short version was like, ray tracing is a feature, not like an actual get what the game will look like. And then it's really funny because I can tell how you guys are kind of different because you went to the specifics of it. You were using like proper nouns and data. And then Victor's like, ray tracing is fucking stupid. I'm like,
and he's right. And he's right.
Eating my language, no, like I'm not saying no offense, but like it was again, I'm dumb. So it was really funny when I was reading some of your messages about ray tracing. It was like that scene from Good Burger where Kel's like, oh, oh, that's a good point. Oh yeah. Hey, I know some of these words. And so that was like,
I love that you reference Good Burger.
Yeah.
Hashtag 90s kid. That's great. That's great.
It's like, oh, hey, I know some of these words. That was kind of like me when you did an absolute, again, you stuck the landing 10 out of 10 explanation of ray tracing. But for my caveman brain, I'm like, And then fellow caveman Victor, or at least bilingual caveman Victor, who can speak caveman like me, is like, ray tracing fucking dumb. Okay.
No,
So
and I don't
yeah,
blame you too for questioning that, because I mean everything you said was very relevant. So I didn't want you to think that like
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like no, like everything you're saying is relevant. And honestly, that guide is very misleading too, right? It's a very
Oh, okay.
misleading thing. It shouldn't be within that column. It should be a separate thing, and it doesn't dictate the power. It doesn't dictate the overall graphical performance. Like that's what the first three columns are as far as minimum and ultra, and
Oh.
it all starts with the video card, like pretty much as far as the power of the video card when it comes to like shaders and all this stuff, like it's all going to come from the GPU. If you don't have a powerful GPU, like don't even talk about ray tracing. But then also on the other side of the spectrum, like Digital Foundry, I love Digital Foundry, but they talk about a lot of stuff that for most people looking at that stuff, they're not going to notice it, so it's a very niche, incredibly niche thing. Most people, the what is it, the 470 Ti Super, that's a high end graphics card, so you're gonna get crazy performance, you're gonna get dope lighting, and like I was mentioning before, if you don't have a good monitor, none of that even matters. Let's throw away let's take ray tracing out of the equation in its entirety from a graphical performance perspective. Like fucking forget about it, but that's not going to be your case. And an i9 processor is fucking insane, so the movement and the speed and the graphics, maintaining everything at the same time, rendering, like you have the cream of the crop. So yeah, that guide is very misleading, and especially for those who aren't familiar with PC. It looks like it's like, well, you're in the middle of the road. Like, no, bro. Like I'm like under, probably slightly under the middle. You know what I mean? Like I could probably just do a little more than minimum, maybe midway between mid settings and low settings, because my graphics card is pretty good, but the CPU is slightly under, but it should still be able to run the game. So PC is weird when it comes to reading the specs, but it's gonna look great. It's gonna look great.
And
Your
then
game is gonna look great.
so just for context, for console cavemen like me,
Yeah.
it goes minimum, recommended, ultra. I've been told
Yeah.
I'm in the ultra category.
You're in the ultra category. Yeah, like you have ultra settings. Like you're gonna yeah, you're gonna be seeing fucking all the freckles on fucking Indiana Jones's face. you know. So yeah,
Freckles on his face.
yeah.
If there's a Christmas sale, I may quick tangent drill. What Skyrim was to a lot of us of just replay it and replay it and replay it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cyberpunk for me. Like I want to start.
Is dope, right?
I want to start a third playthrough, my dude. Like
Nice.
that's just like like for you is almost like No Man's Sky. Like you can just
Yeah.
pop it on, play it, mentally clock out,
Yes.
have that
Yes.
soothing ASMR of leaving a planet, coming back to a planet. That's just me in cyberpunk, man. Like
Nice.
that's my go-to. Just what am I doing? Anything I fucking want. I'm having fun.
I love that, bro. And it's funny. Like I know this is a tangent, but fuck it, it's our podcast. I've always
Isn't
talked
me?
like I've always talked about like this is a good game. This is a really fucking good game. It just sucks about
good.
how they fucked over, the PS5 and all that stuff of that version. But even when I played like the slightly janky PC version, I said, no, this game is really good. Like there's a lot of sections too that look like Japan, like fucking
Oh my God.
Shinjuku. Like there's a lot of places
Yeah.
that look like Shinjuku for real, which is really crazy. Like it's like so I'm glad you're having a great time with Cyberpunk, and then with your fucking PC rig, Jesus Christ, that's gonna look fucking nuts.
I, like, and I know
Obviously you have a whole
I don't wanna-
playthrough on
like,
other shit, so I
yeah,
understand
I
that.
don't want to. I was like, I don't want to spend too much money, so it's like I don't want to buy it outright. But
Yeah,
I will keep an ear to the ground if it goes on sale for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because because that's my, like, again, what Skyrim was to everyone at launch. That's my cyberpunk, man. Like I can, like, I want to, like, I've played a Nomad. I've played one Street Kid. I've played two Gnome. I'm on my second Nomad. I'm on my third character. Um, I want to try Corpo, and then also just with mods, like Like at first, Drill, when I first my first
PC mods are
experience with
insane. Really,
mods, oh yeah.
yeah. It's
My and here's the thing, my first experience with mods was when I was playing Skyrim. And a lot of the mods are just like make it look fucking better, or like quality of life issues, like roads show up on your map, like quality of life shit that you could only get through mods. And at first, I'm not saying again because this is my first dip in the mods. Like I felt tinted because Xbox tells you like every fucking time you load your game, you can't get achievements, you can't get achievements. So at first I was like, oh, I can't get achievements. Now I'm just like, who gives a fuck
yeah.
about
Fuck
achievements?
achievements.
I will say a quick asterisk that to Drell.
yeah.
I will say the one time achievements did matter is when Xbox linked achievements to your Xbox 360 avatar. Till this day, my Xbox 360 avatar has a bunch of Gears of War and Mass Effect shit because I unlocked a bunch of shit through achievements. Because I nearly perfected Mass Effect 3. I have the Normandy flying around. I have the Omni Blade. And so that was like the one time I felt like where achievements truly fucking mattered because you had like I don't want to say like tangible benefits, but like benefits outside your game. But now that who like, oh, what you're gonna, hey, I know there's a bunch of streamers that'll probably streamers and influencers that'll probably put I platinum every From Software game on their fucking tombstone. Cool, but for the rest of us, like for me, it just if there's some crazy quality of life, like just call it what it is. Some other like mods that like can update romances, like how if you're female V, you can't romance Pan Am, or if you're male V, you can't romance Judy. Fucking dollars of donuts. There's a mod that undoes that shit. So again, it just
Yeah, I was a female and Judy was my goyle.
I was there during that stream, and you had to be like, "Oh shit!"
I forgot I was streaming.
Your stream, I popped. It was perfect timing. I popped on your stream. You were on your way to your Boo Thing's house, fucking bumping. And I was like, "Oh damn, this music's sick." And you're like, "I was like, is that Run the Jewels?" You're like, "Yeah, it's fucking Run the Jewels." Hell yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like Charles like, "Oh," because there's a delay, and I was also I hear like, "Oh shit, I got to turn on video. I got to turn." And all of a sudden I see like a half of an areola, and I'm like, "Oh shit, damn, this game is great." They got areolas in this shit. Not even Mass Effect had areolas. Mass Effect had like ass dimples. Well, I was like, oh damn, we got ass dimples. New generation of gaming is here. BioWare's got ass dimples. Let's go. And then Cyberpunk is like, hold my titty. And then they went all in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was going in.
So what I'm saying is, I'm nervously excited to be a PC gamer. I will be honest, I still haven't got over the fact of like, oh, I spent so much money, but I haven't got over that because I try to save where I can, as most of us do. So it's like, we both know there are times when it's like treat yourself, but I treat myself a little bit. So when I treat myself a lot, I'm like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
But I think once I get more and more games to play, yeah, I'm looking forward to Drill. And I put a screenshot. One of my last things about me in this PC situation, is I put a screenshot in the group chat. Jerrell, I am so happy that I will be able to play games and stream. I'm sure there's be a lot of fuckwit troubleshooting, whatever, but I can play and stream and record
all on the same device
on my PS5 controller.
Oh yeah.
This again, Drill. I'm not saying count yourself blessed. This is the only time I wear headphones for free. It's like if I ain't getting paid to work remote, fucking blah, headphones are off, dude. My cranium is free. I'm like Genie. I'm like fucking Robbie Williams Genie. I'm free. 10,000 years, we'll get a crank in the neck. Like that's me. Like when I get to fucking not constrain myself. The only thing we have the break is our chains, Jerrell.
That's fire, man. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I guess this is my lasting thing is just take advantage of every sale for PC, right? The Epic Game Store, not for online or not for like multiplayer games, for single player
No.
games. A
Yeah.
lot of free, lot of
Shit.
free shit. I've
Yeah.
downloaded a lot of free games from them. I don't know why they're doing it, to be honest, because they're not like they're literally like in the red, but
Fortnite funds Fortnite. We can thank the free games on Epic Game Store because of the success of Fortnite. Let's be real.
true. But yeah, I've downloaded a lot of free good games, like not just like bullshit games, like a lot of good games. I think the Lego, actually, you can start taking advantage of that now for real. You can just log into an account and just purchase everything. So by the time you have your PC, you just download it.
Do I need
You
the
already have
app?
it.
Do I need an app or just create an account online? Like
Just create an account. Yeah, just create an account online. Just shop the
website.
store every now and again, see a free thing.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll hit buy. It's fucking
Um,
free. Yeah.
Speaking of free shit drill, speaking of free shit drill, there is a game that's in your background that I don't have to pay for.
That's right. You son of a gun. Son of a gun. HD mud, man.
I so transition into the elephant in the room for our audio listeners. Drell's background is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle,
Yeah.
a game I got for free through my. So not only did I get an amazing sale, I got 2 free games. I got actually 2 free games and some. I got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle for free. I also got a highly anticipated, possibly quadruple and a half a game, Assassin's Creed Shadows for free. So as much
Nice.
as I have been shitting on and not giving a shit about Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm gonna play it. One of our co-hosts is excited to play it. A kinder me would be like, "Hey, this is a game you're actually excited for. Here's your code." But the fact that we're gonna say I'm actually gonna play my first Assassin's Creed game since fucking Revelations, and that shit's for free. I'm fucking playing that fucking game.
There you go. No,
and
you should, man.
and my and some drill is I got 6 months of Ubisoft Plus for free.
Oh, nice. Okay. Fire. Awesome.
So I don't know what the fuck else I'm gonna play on that fucking catalog.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but yeah,
seriously.
but yeah, I got those for free. But another game that's come out other than Arrivals, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle,
Yeah.
on Game Pass. That's how one of us has downloaded it. With that,
Yeah.
call it what it is. Drill, have you played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle? If so, what do you think? If not, what have you been hearing about the game so far?
I haven't played it. I haven't played it yet. I did download it, and I'm definitely gonna probably play a little bit tonight. It's really interesting. It's getting great reviews. It's getting really great reviews. So this might be the first Game Pass game that's getting 8s. 8+9s.
Yeah, 8s, 9s on a Game Pass game. Get the fuck. Oh no, let me
Right.
phrase that. A AAA Game Pass game.
Triple A. Yeah, exactly. Because it'll be a PS5 soon.
No, I just mean AAA because other Game Pass games like Ori and like Hades gets those lines.
Oh
but
yeah. No,
AAA
yeah.
AAA first parties. There you go.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's getting reviewed well. I'm slightly skeptical. Just because the GameSpot and IGN, they gave it a 9, but I don't really trust them anymore when it comes to their reviews. There's a few people in the editorial like Brian Altano that I fuck with, Ryan McCaffrey I fuck with, and there's a few others, but when it comes to most of the other staff, I don't really care for their reviews or their critiques for real. So I don't know who reviewed Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on IGN, but they gave it a 9. Interesting thing though, Greg Miller, who used to be a chief editor on IGN,
Yep.
he's now on Kind of Funny. He's the co-founder, and sole proprietor or whatever it is of Kind of Funny. He gave it a 6.5 out of 10. He said that the puzzles aren't as good, the puzzles aren't as fun as they should be when it comes to an Indiana Jones game or just a puzzle game in general. So I'm kind of on the fence with him too, because I mean he's also the same guy who said, "Hey, we're not going to review Hogwarts Legacy."
Fuck him.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
Sorry, Joe. I'm sure it's a guy whose opinion you respect, I don't give two fucks about that fucking
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
Twitter bullshit. This is J.K. Rowling said this, so I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not gonna play this game of a moral standing. Is GTA? Is GTA 6 here? Oh, quick, let me cradle the balls. Here, you get the shaft. That's maybe
Yeah.
everybody. So quick thing about Indiana Jones Circle. By the way, Joel, as I open this now, something you may I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know about this Game Pass situation, but it's actually on early release. Its true date is the 9th. So if this is
Oh,
anything like
okay.
Starfield Drill, because Starfield did this
You
too,
gotta buy some shit.
it might be a $30 to play early. True day one Game Pass is December 9th, which is a Monday.
Oh, weird.
Um,
I have
so
to wait till Monday then.
yeah. Oh no, I guess we'll play Rivals over the weekend.
Right. Yeah. I guess we'll play Rivals.
So just to go through this image, I was in a group chat here. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, early access available now. Available otherwise available December 9th on Xbox Series X and S. The S is killing this fucking console. The available Game Pass and Steam. Remember, this is coming to PS5, but I think it's like in January or early 2025. There was that that revealed thing. It was like, oh, it's coming to PS5. We have a date. I forget what it was. I don't give a shit. Um, so here's a couple things on reviews. And Irresistible Global Treasure Hunt, IGN. Okay, I'm gonna pause you right there. Every goddamn review doesn't have to be a fucking quip or sarcastic thing. Like if fucking Overcooked comes out, you don't have to have a review entitled like cooked to perfection. Just give me a fucking number. I don't give a shit about your fucking puns, your fucking soliloquies and shit. Just get to the fucking point. I don't care. Like, hey guys, what's a pun we could say about this to be really quippy and cool and hip to the kids?
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm okay. IGN, just you're not. God, we can't take it seriously because you don't fucking take it seriously. Like, it's a global treasure hunt of fun. I don't fucking. Games Radar Plus, utterly enthralling. A faithful rip roaring adventure, GameSpot. I'll take it. Here you go, PC gamer. You're speaking my language. A damn good video game. Fucking thank you. God damn it. um, in terms of numerical reviews, IGN 9 out of 10. No one gives a shit about them. Games Radar Plus 5 of 5. VG 247 5 out of 5. Video Games Chronicle 5 out of 5. GameSpot 9 out of 10. GLHF, I don't know what that stands for. On Sports Illustrated 10 out of 10. I thought that got shut down. Creative Block with BLOQ 10 out of 10. WCC Fetch 9 out of 10. Eurogamer 5 out of 5. Tech Raptor 10 out of 10. Stevior 9 out of 10. Gaming Bible 9 out of 10. Drill real quick. Is Gaming Bible that purple fucking site that's really annoying to fucking use?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that okay. UK. Yeah, that UK site. Yeah.
Yeah, the UK fucking. Oh God, fix it up. Okay.
It's averaging an 86 on OpenCritic as well, which is solid.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. I was skeptical of this game. This is under the publisher or under the wheelhouse of all things Bethesda, which is Machine Games, which is they make Wolfenstein. So hey guys, you want a game about killing Nazis? You go to the Wolfenstein fucking people, okay? They know their lane. Their lane is killing Nazis. So I was skeptical because this game was announced after I got a PS5. This game was announced after I beat Ratchet and Clank, after I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. And immediately playing Ghost of Tsushima and dipping my hands in like Helldivers and other PlayStation first party, or if not first party, at least exclusives, that I can see why, from the other side of the fence, why Sony customers are shitting and joking on Bethesda because how clunky it looks. And I still agree with that. I'm not saying this game looks bad. It's just, I think Bethesda needs to replace an engine so that we can stop running like this. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm just saying, when you go from this to fucking Miles Morales jumping off a building, like, okay, one has a little bit of fluidity there. So again, I'm not gonna like, oh, I want it to fail. It's just like I don't know I don't know how people. I questioned it early. I don't know how people will perceive that type of movement in 2024. Whereas, Skyrim, hell, I love Dead Island series. That's their bread and butter. But I just didn't know how that might be received for general people, how people review it. But hey, but here we are. If game, again, like I said, Joel, I can't honestly think of the last time a first party Game Pass, no longer exclusive, but a first party Game Pass game, AAA, had a fucking 9 out of 10 at launch. It's been a field of sevens.
Yeah. Yeah, or below that.
God, what was that game? God damn it. What was the game that had both? Somehow they did a sister with a fucking flat ass and then the thinnest, flimsiest, insulting gun in the I will still die on this hill. In the history of gaming. Forspoken. I still just real quick, I thought this thing I was holding was like a rapier fencing was a rapier fencing sword. No, turns out that's your fucking gun. Like, what are we? This is a toothpick? What? So again, Game Pass up until now has, we said it's the vast ocean, but it's not deep. Yeah. So this is something to just throw that rock on that shit to add some depth to Game Pass and the value and the quality, not the quantity, but the quality of games. Hey, I'm fucking happy for it.
Yeah. No, absolutely, yeah. Because I feel like I wasn't really impressed until the second to last trailer. Because the initial one, I was like, I think we were both on the same spectrum. We we're like, this looks kind of clunky. I don't know, looks a little weird. And then they showed an additional trailer, and I said, hey, that looks a lot better than it did. I don't know how, what they specifically showed that kind of made me led to that, but it looked better at the end of the day. And then they showed the last one, the last like gameplay-ish type of preview or whatnot. It was kind of weird because it started out all in the dark because you're in a cave, so like when it went to gameplay, it was really dark and like the cave was crashing. I'm like, this is not a good representation of the game, guys. But then like after that, like it kind of opened up and all this stuff and kind of showed what you can do, writing in your journal, and you're literally like looking at your journal, figuring out like what's going on for certain puzzles. So I said, okay, so it's really interactive. Yeah, and it seems like they put together a pretty solid, a pretty solid story. Troy Baker's killing it like he usually does when it comes to voice acting. So he voice acts Indiana Jones. I'm kind of impressed that they actually made people care about Indiana Jones in 2024.
Sure as shit, because who is it? Does Disney? Oh, Disney owns it now, right? Yeah, because sure as shit.
Yeah.
God, that lasts. Hey guys, want to know what's stronger than a nuke? Fridge. And then with that new movie that came out that no one liked too, the Sand Dial of Time, or the fucking Sands of Time, Prince of Persia fucking name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't fucking see it.
This is the last one, right?
Hopefully. I'll say.
I think it's the last one that Harrison Ford's doing. I don't think he can do anymore. Like, literally.
Well, remember, Jerrell, I fucking kind of called this early when this got announced day one. I was like, for the love of God, don't let Harrison Ford voice Indiana Jones in the game. He wants to retire. Like I said, I think my joke was, this man just wants to fly planes. Don't make him do it. He'll crash the next one on purpose.
Right, exactly. Yeah, man. So I guess I'll be playing it on Monday, strangely. But other than that, kudos to them. And technically I'll be playing it on a PC, which according to Microsoft, that's an Xbox, apparently.
According to, I don't know if this was, I can't remember, Joel, if this was a real commercial or an ad when Keegan-Michael Key was playing Skyrim on a fridge.
Oh yeah, I think that was when they were really pushing Game Pass for real. I think that was one of the crazy things there. But I'm referring to, the marketing campaign. There was the not an Xbox campaign, so they were showing a vast amount of different items, electronic items. They were like, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox. And then they did like stupid ones where like, it was like a cat or something, like, this is not an Xbox. And I was just like, you guys just just and this is what I was saying before. You devalued your whole fucking console, bro. Like like first, like obviously, we had to understand when they were giving games out to other sources. Indiana Jones going over to PlayStation eventually, and then we're predicting that Halo was going to be on PlayStation very soon. The new Halo, since they rebranded Halo Studios, I'm just like, okay, like we see we see the signs it's going to happen.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just like, and then just the best way to dig it into the grave for diluting their brand, saying that, oh yeah, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this all these other things, basically just saying, hey, fuck your Xbox that you purchased with us, just use something else because we don't really give a fuck about our consoles anymore. I saw this a while ago, bro, and it's disappointing that I'm right in this particular regard. A lot of people weren't happy with it. A lot of people were happy with it. Destiny, because he's kind of walking the fence. He's like, oh, I don't think it's a big problem. My bro, most people don't really care for this campaign. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I have no reason to have an Xbox.
Right.
I got a fucking PC. Hell, in the words of a company that's now owned by Xbox, you don't have a phone? Do you have a phone? Referencing that shitty fucking BlizzCon where they announced Diablo Immortal, which is now owned by Xbox, and also referencing, because xCloud's getting more and more backing. I heard an update a while back, like it's getting another push. I thought it's out of beta. The xCloud is still in beta, but it's like it says its next phase of the beta, and it was after the xCloud hit that phase, Jerrell, is when we saw this marketing of this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox. It's because they had reached the next step in xCloud's potential, whether it was its capability, the type of not latency, but type of like bandwidth required to stream the game, or it was the number of games in its catalog. I don't know what checkpoint it hit, but it's still in beta. So I don't know. I'm mixed because it's upside downside. It kind of validates why I'm glad I bought a PC because I don't need a fucking Xbox anymore. They've told me that. They've told me like you don't need an Xbox. So I have a giant fucking paperweight.
Right, yeah, got traded in like how I traded in my Series S.
Oh, you know what?
Fuck it.
You know what? I might look at that. I might look at that, but only because I might be able to get some type of cool accessory for my PC, just something like
Steam
a mouse
cards or
mouse pad,
PS5. Yeah,
something. Ooh, my little thumb grips for my PS5.
There you go.
But yeah,
I know.
Okay.
I know we were talking prior, man. As far as kind of, you've had a hell of a year as far as spending when it comes to just
shit. That's
changing.
the way to put it. Fuck.
Well, let me rephrase so you don't feel bad. Just kind of like, fuck it. Like, let's we'll do Helldivers, go PS5, like, I mean, you've made some very, daring and respectable decisions, I guess you'll talk about that before you're
Sorry, so I was, but yeah.
I didn't want to be like, you spent a lot of fucking money and talk about that.
Could have gone to Japan, idiot. I'm like, oh, I could have. But real quick, I adjust my camera. So my lasting thoughts on Xbox not being an Xbox. Again, you and I have called this before, man. Like xCloud, like it or hate it, it's the future. Like I said, it's really funny, Joel, because as much as I used to dick ride Game Pass and talk to you about it, I was like, xCloud. And then you were playing Doom on an iPhone with like a PS4 control.
Samsung Note 10, but yeah.
Oh, Samsung.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Sorry, you were playing on a Samsung, but on a Sony controller.
Right.
That was what it was. I was like,
right.
that was what I was like, something about it was not Microsoft, and it wasn't the phone, it was the controller. And I still remember that group text to me. We were like, "What the fuck, dude? This is crazy! I'm playing Doom on my phone with a controller. xCloud's nuts!" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's xCloud. That's Game Pass, man." And since then, the year of 2024, as you know, we're in the first week here of December, the end of the first week of December. Quick recap on this year for me is because, again, we don't know how many more episodes are going to be left in the year, or definitely an upcoming episode isn't going to be only about the Game Awards. At the start of this year, man, I had just an Xbox, I had Game Pass, and that was it. And here we are. The year is almost over. I don't have Game Pass. I do have a PS5. I do have PlayStation Plus Premium. and soon to be a quote unquote ultra quality PC, monster of a rig with a curved monitor. Um, I have fallen in love with Sony's hardware. We talk about who gives a shit about Xbox. I'm not. Joe. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you. I was worried that I don't give a shit how good this game is, Joe. I don't give a fuck how powerful my PC is. If I had to wear, I'm not even joking. This is true shit. If I had to wear another fucking gaming console to play games or to stream on this PC, I would have fucking returned it. It has been for me in my very niche of a situation, freeing, liberating to play games for hours and not be like and have my ears just unfold slowly for the first time in existence. Have my fucking skull, expand with the expand with the plethora of air that's filled inside of it. So yeah, man. Helldivers will be forever known as the game that got Arthur back into Sony. I was a very devout PS2 lover, which is funny enough because while Victor was here, fun fact, Joe, you talk about backwards compatibility. There is a fuck ton of PS1, or it's not PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PSP games on the PlayStation Plus Premium, a lot of which are still couch cooperative, still couch coop to this day. I don't know if you caught us on it, but there's a brief stream we did. Well, dude, Victor and I were playing Time Splitters. Victor and I were playing Couch Coop Time Splitters on a PS5 in 2024. It does not get more fucking nostalgic like that, dude. And fun fact, real quick, if you guys want to humble yourself, go play a game that your child self played. Get fucking wrecked. Like, oh, I was like, yeah, Victor, this game's so fun. We may have to go to easy mode.
I just looked up Cyberpunk 2. It has DualShock and DualSense support, so you can play play the game with your PS5 as well on your PC if you get it through Steam. So
that means those sounds are gonna come from my controller.
Yeah.
I was at Jerrell, speaking of the controller, I was able to play Bannerlord a little bit while Victor was here, so he was able to hear the shing cha, all the noises, sound effects coming through the controller. Yeah, you can have it in a headset, but again, it's just something new to play it there. But yeah, man, this year, I went from Dick Ride Game Pass to Arthur's got options, and Arthur likes the options I have. Here we are, I love Overwatch. Fuck it, Rivals is out.
Yeah.
I used to like Diablo. Fuck it, Path of Exile 2 early access is upon us.
Yeah.
I will play. Let me phrase it. I will buy, play, and stream early access Path of Exile 2 after I get my PC.
All right. Yeah, that makes
sense.
Sense.
It wasn't planned, but I'm like, I have to have like a day one something for my PC. Path of Exile 2 is going to be it. I know that may not be the best game because it's like a top down, so there's kind of like limitations.
It'll still be really powerful. It'll still be a fun play on PC, definitely.
But it won't be like Terraria. It's like, Arthur, you got a PC. What are you going to do to put it through the paces?
True.
Terraria. Not a bad game, but on a graphically challenging hardware game.
Right. I can play that game probably on medium to high settings on my rig. So to your point, yes.
But yeah, man, it's crazy fucking year. I still remember all the group texts where I was like, "Hey boys, guess what?" You're like, "What?" I just send you a picture of my fucking PS5 I got from Best Buy. You're like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Helldivers, let's go."
Like you made Church jealous on your PC purchase. And he buys everything. So he was like, "What?" He's like, "Fuck, I'm about to get a gaming PC now."
And here's the thing, Church is like, "I'll sleep on it." I'm like, "Bro, it's called Cyber Monday, not Cyber Week." Like, I'm looking at the counter. This sale ends in 2 hours and 10 minutes. You cannot you can nap on this bitch.
He's got money for days, that guy. Yeah, I know. He's like, I'll get a full price. I'm like, Jesus.
You can't sleep on it though. But fun fact, if you get a full price, he's
not gonna get free games, right?
Yeah.
Facts. There you go. You already beat him.
But yeah, man. it's a crazy year.
Mm,
Looking forward to a lot. It's a fun, great timing. The week of my birthday,
yeah.
Victor's here. I get a bonus. So I was like, I know what I'm thankful for. With the jersey I'm wearing, I'm going to my first Vikings game this Sunday.
Oh, nice. Have
Looking
fun with
forward to
that.
that. Looking forward to that. Um, Christmas out here is a little different. With that one special podcast we did with Victor, where it didn't turn to shit on Long Beach, but just more like describe Long Beach, and then and then
One part of Long Beach.
yeah. By the way, real quick, if any of you guys listeners haven't listened to the episode with me and Victor, just go to it. My favorite part of that podcast, Jerrell, was like, you're like, oh, okay, Arthur, you can't paint Long Beach in a bad light. I'm like, I was off of Linden in 8th. Oh shit. Oh, Linden. Oh, fuck. My bad, bro. I didn't know you were out in the
Oh
cold.
man, yeah. I'm so sorry I did that to
Oh shit. You were you were there walking at night? Oh. Someone was like to live dangerously. That was just my favorite.
you.
That was probably one of my favorite, like off the
That's
cusp.
hilarious.
That was probably one of my favorite podcast moments of the year. It's like, well, okay, because Victor and I were talking about Long Beach and its odor and the insect population. and you were like, dude, okay, Arthur, Long Beach is cool. You can't like, completely shit on it. I'm like, I'm not shitting. I'm just describing it. And I'm just describing. I was just describing 8th and Linden. Like, oh, Linden. Oh, fuck, shit. That came from the soul. Just like, oh,
Yeah. Remember those streets vividly.
yeah,
I was like, oh god.
yeah. Hey, like I don't have a car. I don't have a car, so I can tell you these streets ain't for everyone. But I've lived on these motherfuckers my whole life, so fucking, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't drive past this shit. I have to walk through it and smell it. So again, this is a very, very interesting year with gaming and everything. So definitely expect future podcast of Arthur hands on to his PC. I will let you know right now. I will not be playing for the most part mouse and keyboard. Sorry. I used to play World of Warcraft sometimes in college on a friend's PC, and I gotta tell you, man, my pinky's not used to doing shit. My pinky is used to a placeholder to hold your controller, but like it's like a part-time employee. It's like you want to work 4 hours, it'll come in, no break, raw dog a 4 hour shift, and clock out and fucking kill it. You ask that pinky to show up for a fucking 10-hour overnight fucking shit, you're selling yourself up for failure with that shit. So
I feel you.
I just can't I can't do it. So
Yeah.
but again, another thing, draw. If I did go mouse and keyboard, what would that have to mean for me to stream and or draw my game? A gaming headset, whereas a PS5 controller, nah, boo, I got you. Mic and speaker, all in one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, luckily Steam is smart. There's a lot of games that have controller support now. Some don't, some have partial, but a lot of them fucking do, especially new games coming out. So at least you got options too. You got your PS5 and your PCs. You can kind of choose what you want in that regard. So, but anyways, I don't want to make the pod too much longer, but cheers to you, sir, on your gaming journey. Very excited. We'll probably have one more podcast, hopefully by the end of the year, before the end of the year, and it will be Game Awards specifically, because what else do we talk about at this point?
Oscars.
Yeah, which we definitely will not. But again, that's going to wrap it up here for the Gamers for Life podcast, each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, discussing all things games. I'm one of your hosts, Jerrell. With me is my friend Arthur Thomas.
That's me, part of the master race.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.